numbers are just melting down. He's only down to 6 now, and corruption as well.
He's going all the way through there, and the ground force just melts. That engagement was disastrous there for Nala. That's pretty much it. Nala is down a point supply. GG, ladies and gentlemen. What a ridiculous game that was.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Scan Invitational. It's a pretty cool intro video we have there.
Yeah, pretty good game shown there.
Pretty good game. I couldn't quite see the names there, though.
I don't know. Looked like some pretty impressive Zerg player.
Some impressive Zerg player there for sure, wasn't it? And we are back to bring you, if you didn't know, by the way, that was Tilo playing in the Scan Invitation number 2.
Which I lost after the first round.
You did beat Nama, though.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty good series.
Oh, it was pretty okay.
And then you played Nurcio.
And almost won that.
Almost beat Nurcio.
No, I didn't. Didn't I beat Nurture? Oh no.
You beat him one game, right? And then it went 2-1, I think. I think he won on Shakuris, no?
I won on Shakuris. It was like
And
Roach
then
versus Roach,
yeah.
and then I botched it twice.
Yeah.
Like I was really far ahead in every game, I think.
And just to remind you guys as well, in this tournament, the 8 players we have here, we actually had 2 champions from Scan Invitation number 1 and 2, if you did not notice.
Yes.
Stefano and Nurcio. Nurcio being the Scan Invitation number 2, the guy that did prevent you from winning the second one, is now out. BCQT has stamped on the second champion, and now we're moving on to see who can take the third. Of course, it's all powered by Scan, our amazing backdrop. It's such an awesome studio that we're in Tilo's apartment with.
Yes, it's up to professional standards.
Most definitely.
It looks like GSL in here, right?
Right, I mean, we've got, well, a shirt and a Team Liquid shirt. We've got green headsets. We've got a Love Scan. Yeah, it's exactly like the GSL. But anyway, Scan is here. www.scan.co.uk. It's here. And you can also put on that link right there, if you can't.
I like your interaction, your virtual interaction.
You see that? Yeah, you can't really copy and paste it because it's an image, so you can't. Nobody try to do that. But that there, go put it into your browser, and exactly the same, and then / today only. And with today only, that will give you offers for only today, of course, because that's what it's called, today only. So go check them out. Obviously, they're Scan Computers on Twitter. And now we're ready, Tilo. It is time.
Oh my god, that was so funny what somebody just said in the chat.
Copy it, copy paste that. No, don't try that. Alright, let's go. So, first map is gonna be Tiled Remoted Ladder Edition between Grubby and Cass. Still the best of 3 because this is an explosive one-day tournament. 8 players in it to win it.
It's quite intense, really.
It is intense, isn't it? It's game after game after game, an exciting entertainment, awesome all-round tournament. So, let's get underway, Mr. Tilo.
It's gonna be an honor to cast more games with you, Mr. Clark.
Okay, so wait. Hold on one sec. Okay, no, it's okay. That's all good. Alright, you ready?
I am ready.
Why is BCQT and how do I kick in German? Would you please enlighten me? Zombrocken machen or the other one?
Entfernen.
Wait.
Aus Lobby entfernen.
Aus Lobby entfernen. Good. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready?
As said before, I am.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. Grubby vs. Cass, game number 1. These guys have met many times before. Many times before. To be honest, Grubby struggles against Cass. To put that out there.
Well, I mean, we've seen play against Cass. And
Anybody
I think
struggles against Cass. It's
yes,
Cass.
It's Cass. Cass is good. Especially when he gets his machinery running. He doesn't go double Hellion with Marauder because he doesn't really know how to roll it, because he never does it, and then it just looks awkward. But he really needs to learn that.
Yeah, it would if Cass had practiced that instead of just doing his standard solid stuff, he probably would have beat Blink.
Yeah, because now it feels like when he does cheese, he just does it, but he doesn't prepare it really.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I should cheese now. But
should...
how does it work? Like, I don't even know.
I guess Marauder Hellions is obviously good. I mean, I guess the barracks is here, and I'm just gonna walk out here at this time.
Yeah.
Like, all right, in the top left we have Grubby, and I'm gonna do something cool like the GSL. And we have Grubby. And in the bottom right we have none other than Empire Cass. Woo! Little camera work there. Did you like that?
Yes, you should get some Korean girl for the next Scan Invitation who does like the introduction.
I should just go and ask Tasteless to go find a Korean girl in the streets of Seoul. And I'm gonna give her 8 player names, and Tasteless must hold a gun to her head and make her say it, and she'll go, Empire Cass! And then we're gonna have the player introductions.
Yes. That's exactly what I had in mind.
Everybody's like, oh, I just had to just mute the stream. It's just, it's just not bearable. Anyway, look at what Grubby's doing, Tilo. Exactly what Bling did.
Yes.
You know, people are starting to pick apart Cass. Cass is obviously a very solid player, but the biggest point you put out there was, if you go ahead and say, all right, this is Cass, this is how he plays, this is 50 games, 50 ladder games in a row, Tilo. Out of 49 out of 50, he goes one barracks expansion without gas.
Yes.
Go ahead and play him. You know, you're obviously going to go Nexus first. It's the best build. You obviously don't want to go Nexus first against somebody like Nama. Great example, last scan invitational, because his guy's not going barracks first.
No.
Man. He's going all in. You know, he's pulling SCVs, man. There's a reason why it's called the SCV train. You know, it's a risk, but it's a calculated risk, right? That's the proper term, I suppose.
Yes, it is very correct. StarCraft 2 is very much like poker. It is a lot about probabilities, and if you know a player, you just know more probabilities about what is going to happen in the game.
Exactly. And so I was just taking a sip of water, and there's a double gateway straight away from Grubby. And he will probably want to get out a couple of Zells, of course, because he doesn't know exactly what's going on. He obviously has to be super careful. He can't really go one gate and then tech up, because if there was something, then you do die.
I wonder actually if you can, against one barracks expand, if you can go 2 Nexus before anything.
Well, probably not before anything, because then like a still decent push from. I mean, Terran can even poke out with just like 10 Marines, right, and you just die or whatever. Or
but like Tal'Darim's cross position is so far away.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do, but on Tal'Darim again, where are you going to place that Nexus? Are you really going to throw it on the left-hand side and risk it?
Just in the cross position somewhere randomly.
Like, who did that? Who was the first person to do that? I know it was in the GSL, right? There was a command center above
you mean MMA?
line. Oh, was it MMA?
Oh, do you mean behind the mineral line?
Yeah, behind the mineral line.
I don't know.
I can't remember who did that first.
I don't know.
I remember it happening, but I can't remember who did it first.
Yeah, it's really smart, but it's better for Terran than for Protoss, obviously. But we digress. 3 barracks coming down from Cass. No gas yet. He might actually throw it on another command center to the left side, like almost as we were talking about.
Yeah, and once again, is Grubby going to scout there? That's the question. You know, is he really going to scout in the bottom left of the map against Cass? The answer usually is no, but
you should.
But you should. But when do you do that?
Always.
That is the question. I mean, no, when in the... No, Dario. No, Dario, that's not the answer I was looking for. When in the game do you do that? I mean, do you do it now with the Zealot? Do you put on a bit of pressure, then full out and scout? Do you find the Observer and then do it? You know, when would be the time you would think it would be the most reasonable time to scout out? And let's just ignore the fact that Grubby isn't Mule SCV counting.
Yeah, anyways, he's going in there. Bunker's not done yet, so he's going to be able to take out 2, maybe 3 Marines. Oh, he gets that SCV. No, he doesn't. Still a good amount of damage here. Loses...
4 Marines?
No, it's 3 Marines.
3 Marines, okay.
This is Zealot though, so it's pretty even. And yeah, the point in the game to scout is about now.
Would you scout the bottom left now?
Well, you should just
I mean, I would scout the bottom left now if I was Grubby and I watched the games versus Blink.
But I mean, I'm just talking in a general sense. You should. Those 2 Stalkers are realistically not doing anything anymore at this point. So he could leave 1 Stalker on the front, have the other Stalker scout every single base. That Probe 2 is out there, scout every base. I mean, of course, now it sounds like TLO knows Cass has an expansion there, but I mean it in a general sense. Always scout all bases.
Yeah, I mean this is an interesting. I mean, did pro players in StarCraft 1 also do this?
Yes.
Okay.
And in StarCraft 1, all bases always got scouted because sneaking in bases was much more popular in StarCraft 1 even than in StarCraft 2. In the end, hidden bases, because in StarCraft 1 you had better space control. You could defend the hidden base even with like 2 siege tanks and 3 spider mines on a ramp quite easily. But in StarCraft 2, there's nothing that would stop him from taking out a hidden base because he simply cannot defend it. 4 mules down there.
If this doesn't get scouted, though, it's basically the same scenario Bling was put into. It's like he's just so far ahead. He just, it's a third base at 6 minutes in the game. It's incredibly early. Oh, it wasn't even that. It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. He's actually gonna get the bunker here. That's quite big.
That's actually, yeah. I mean, there is a
Stim is
pylon
not
down
ready.
too, and there's 4 gateways. I mean,
Cass is
have a
in
look.
serious trouble here.
I know, it's like we're talking about the third base more than the actual game. Combat Shields is not ready. He's going to have to pull SCVs here. Stim is not ready. +1 is not ready. And
He's gonna have
weirdly
audio
enough,
shields.
yeah, weirdly enough, Grubby's just like done the right thing against it, but without knowing it.
Yes, yes. Well, or maybe, I mean, Grubby is really smart. Maybe he was like, there might be a third base, whatever, let's just attack here. Cass had the bunker a little bit to the front, and this looks good for Grubby here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing left.
No,
there's actually no army left. I mean, there's 14 supply, there's a couple of marauders and stuff, but he's killed so many SCVs. I mean, great. Cass is pushing this away, but the SCVs are 11, 12. They're just going higher and higher as to lift up. Of course, this is not a game-ending thing by no means, right? Because he has another base.
It might be. Let's see how it develops the next minute. An observer's out. Grubby's gonna definitely, if he gets in with the observer, he's gonna know there's a hidden base. Grubby is very intelligent, and he's not gonna be like, well, I guess I pushed that base back.
I guess I hit that timing well.
Yeah.
But, Stim does finish just in time, actually. And now he's actually going to lose quite a bit. There's more Zealots coming in, and there's another force field here that's going to hold them in there even longer. The Marines get hit down by the Zealots. Marauders do push this back, but the worst thing right now is the fact that Grubby knows weakness and smells it, and he throws down extra gateways rather than trying to expand.
Yes.
He throws down 3 more now. The Robotic Space on the way, and the Colossus 2 with Thermal Lance. Are you going to seriously get Vikings out now, ready to fight 2 to 3 Colossus? The answer usually is going to be no, because he can't. He's probably going to get medivacs, unless he scans, which it's Cass, and he's greedy, of course, he's taking third base. He's not scanning, and he has absolutely no vision. But I guess the one thing he could be like, all right, there's an observer in my base. The possibility of going Colossus.
Oh my god, this is
high.
such a bad engagement for Grubby here. He's gonna lose everything. Nice force wheels, but Terran slips through there. As you were saying, maybe it's not game ending after all, but...
Well, he's going to get all the sentries now, and, that scary push with Colossus that could have come is not really going to be as dangerous anymore, because there's no sentries or zealots left, and even the Stalkers are going down. This natural gets put down once again. Grubby is sending a probe down looking for a third base, and he will eventually find it.
Yes.
He knows something is wrong. He knows, how are you still being able to do this?
Yes, look at the income. I mean, Cass has equal income to Grubby, even a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
he's like, how is this possible? He knows now. And, that's something that Bling didn't do. He didn't feel it out. Grubby is, and Grubby will find that now.
Yes.
The problem is, though, is that there's nothing he can do about it now.
Well, I mean, he has 2 Colossus out with thermal lens ready.
Double starports, though? I don't know.
Starports.
I guess there's a nice timing window for him to do
There's
something.
a nice timing window. If he attacks right about now, or when the 3rd Colossus comes out, which is basically going to be now. Ooh. However, he has to be careful. Those units retreat. They will...
Pylon goes down in the bottom left after Grubby scouts it, and...
That's good, because he just needs to
warps in Zealots,
man. 2 Zealots, and that base is denied.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that army. It's gonna run right into the Colossus.
He's so low. And really good. Well, not really good, but okay force fills from Grubby there, because he does manage to kill a lot. And to be honest, Grubby needs to warp in 2 Zealots there. You do say it, Tilo, because he's going to clean that up. And he's already warping in units, ready to go kill the natural
pylon
too.
Still being alive is a huge asset to Grubby's push here. There's medivac on out. Cass is going to be able to make 3 Vikings now.
But they're not building right now.
Oh my god, he's losing.
He's not building it right now.
He's losing everything on the watchtower too.
Yeah, and this is looking really bad. Even though the supplies are okay, that's without Vikings against Colossus. You're in danger, basically. And even with 3 coming out, it's just not fast enough to kill the Colossus. They will still do incredible amounts of damage to this very, very small little army here from Cass, which only has a single medivac. They will die fast here, especially with Stim 2. SCVs go in. All the SCVs come off to try and do it. He knows he's in trouble. And even with the SCVs pulling, he's going to be able to buffer a lot of damage here.
Oh my god. Cass is pulling this off, actually. He's defending it.
No way.
All the SCVs taking fire from the Stalkers, still not going to be enough. He barely holds it. I mean, he's going to be able to repel it, but now it's 39 SCVs against 72 workers.
I know, it's like, how are those Vikings helping you out now, man?
Yeah.
It's like Zealots get warped in, he's like, oh, god damn it.
And
yeah.
Immortal is in there. That was very smart by Grubby, adding an Immortal
Yeah.
instead of additional Colossus here.
Double Forge down as well, taking the third base gases as well. And Grubby now, after that little push that kind of caught Cass with his pants down, Grubby's just playing this game out well. Once again, controlling the game, I'd like to say. I mean, just like he did against Snoot, he's controlling Cass now. Exactly what he wants Cass to do.
Yes.
I mean, everything he does right now, he's like, all right, well, I'm already ready, man. You know, he's already one step ahead of Cass right now. Cass does have a third base, but already Grubby's there. With a Zealot that has a couple of kills. You know, he just sees everything, and that's the importance of scouting, which is definitely coming to play here from Grubby.
Yes. It's basically a game he won because he scouted well. If he didn't find the third base, it would have been a totally different story. And Grubby is being so careful, waiting for the Colossus now here. Waiting for the next round of warp, and probably gonna wait for the 1-1 upgrades.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, no. He can finish it off.
With the Observer, he actually saw the double starports, and like the smartest decision in the world was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not building Colossus anymore. And starts got a double Forge, you know,
Yes.
Zealot Charge, High Templar, and now he's forcing Cass to go Ghost, which he can't really do. You know, he doesn't have the money. I mean, there's nothing. He can't get Ghosts out. It's that simple. And all of a sudden, Grubby's just going to be able to warp in High Templar, and there's nothing that can stop them. I mean, that's if he does High Templar. He could just bait it out and wait it out for the Storm. And still, there's nothing to stop
Oh my god,
it.
there's a Zealot at 6 o'clock again.
Oh,
Flying,
man.
mining.
So persistent with that.
Zealots are so good like that because they can control the map really well.
Yeah, it's like two sets of links, man.
Yeah.
Oh, one set of links, sorry, two links. You know, you can just control the map well. And look at the pylon placement as well on the left. You know, there's no way nothing ever is coming down that side. Even a fourth base is getting ready to be taken very, very shortly here from Grubby as well as he pylons up. But he's just waiting right now. I mean, he knows there's no third base.
I think he's waiting for 75 energy on those Templars. And that's gonna be the timing he just goes in.
Yeah. And actually, Cass moves out. Grubby is 5 energy away. He may have to just fight and then Storm in the middle of the fight rather than the beginning. And in he does go.
He actually just feedbacks.
Oh, he feedbacks, but actually, was that the best decision?
I don't think it was so smart, but well,
I don't like that much. He was only
No.
like 3 energy away from 2 Storms, which would have changed this around. And I don't like that, TLO, because of course you don't like it, because Grubby's, you know,
What
running
the hell?
back.
this was really odd. Cass is looking strong right now. His units are really overstimmed, but they're gonna take out the third base. 2 Templars are being warped in. They're not gonna have enough energy
Wow.
to storm yet. I'm very confused by this decision.
I mean, what? There was more than enough
They-
medivacs
they-
anyway. Why
they
would
had
you
sort-
feedback?
They had 74 energy.
Yeah, I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to feedback. 2 Storms, even if Cass split, they would have done some damage, and of course Cass would have been kind of kiting behind.
Yeah.
Grubby's still not out of it. He's coming in for a flank now, but still, Cass has a good ball.
Yeah.
It's at 2-2. Grubby's now at 1-1, not even 2-2 himself. He's double expanding because he has to, of course, get a 4th base, which obviously gets picked up by a flank command, so that's the best way to scout for it. And now he's taking that 3rd base again, but that was interesting. I mean, I think it all came down to just not
Yes,
doing
absolutely.
that.
That would have done huge damage. He wouldn't have been able to follow him, to kite him like that, and oh my god, Grubby.
Oh, he's in
actually
so
runs-
much trouble.
Oh my god, those
Okay,
storms.
Ooh, 1 Storm. Okay, so that was a lot better.
Yes.
But now he's shown the threat, and now the Ghost has to come in. You know, Cass now has to wait. He can't just go and kill him, of course, because he doesn't have any Ghosts. And I'm surprised by that, Grubber. I'm just surprised that. I wonder why his gas was so low. Also, I guess he's trying to do everything at once, right? On 3 base, he's trying to go double forge. He's going double. Well, he's going into Immortals, High Templar, Storm. Trying to keep up with, you know, building everything at once. Maybe he just didn't have enough gas to build more than those 2 High Templar. I don't know. Because if you think about it, a couple of Archons in the mix there would have just changed everything, really.
Yes.
I mean, well, 2-2 upgrades now. Cass slowly working on 3-3. That orbital command is going to be in danger soon.
Yeah, it's
He can
at a
just-
really bad position. I mean, that 3rd, which is, well, 4th base, which is now a 3rd base, is so close to the Terran base, he can easily harass
Yeah.
it there. Just putting a Stalker on the top is gonna do a ton of damage.
Observer's in an awesome position, by the way, for Grubby. Look at his vision in the map. It's just awesome. Just like,
Yeah.
he sees so much. And the Observer, he knows where the army is, and it's actually in a horrible position. Grubby's setting up a trap. He's setting up a trap, waiting for this army to come back, and Grubby's in position.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is such an awesome play. Why is he clumped up? He should be spread out a little bit more. But still, it's a good position. The Zealots, though, at the back. And storms do go off, but it's not enough.
He does a lot of damage though, and that Stalker in the
And the drop on the space as well here, TLO, and picks off. I'm looking at the kills. There's quite a well, actually not that many kills. It still annoyed Grubby to obviously pull the probes off, but Grubby, I can't believe his Zealots went at the front there. It's, you know, like 101.
Those medivacs are all out of energy though. Look at how damage Cast's army is.
Oh,
he's lifting up at the worst time possible. He can't feedback it, of course.
Oh
but
no, one medivac does escape, but there are 5
this
Zealots
looks good
there.
for Grubby. I think he's gonna finally settle this.
Yeah, I mean, he squeezes the army against the wall. Another awesome storm, and he's finally, well, he will. He needs to actually warp him when he's on that 4th base of his, but his army now gets rid of it and finally settles it. TLO.
Ooh, that was a lot more bumpy of a ride than it should have been.
Yeah, for both players.
Yes.
I mean, wow. That was an interesting game, though, but the importance of scouting, man, was very much so highlighted there. That was...
Yes, I'm so happy that Grubby actually did not disappoint me when I told people he's very intelligent and he's gonna find out. And then he did find out.
And it
made me a very happy TLO.
A very happy TLO.
Yes.
And it's always good to have a very happy TLO, of course. All right, guys, we're going to hit a couple of commercials in a few seconds before we get into the next game. You can also spend your time to go get a tea. You can also check out scan.co.uk and see what it is about.
Is that true? Wait, I want to watch the replay.
You want to watch the replay? And TLO is going to give you some analytical information when we come back.
We might have made a mistake.
All right, guys. So we'll be right back, and we'll find out our mistake very, very shortly. So we'll be right back.